I'm sorry, you said it's being looked at to have the policy?
There'll be something stated that has it, because we can't accept pennies. There's just no way for us to
No, but
accept it as a
I'm
body.
sorry, Gina. Is there a Supreme Court ruling? So is there actual literature you could give me saying that there's a
Well, I
Supreme
don't have,
Court
the
ruling?
Supreme Court does have it, if you wanna
That they
contact.
don't. I'm sorry. I've already looked it
Did you
up. They
speak to
don't.
Kevin? I
Uh,
spoke to Kevin recently, but he told me to give you his card.
oh,
So
oh,
if you do have any questions about where it stands, but it is definitely.
do you have another piece of paper so I could finish writing my defense? I'm
I get
I
it.
need the literature. If I don't have the literature, I'm sorry because I'm going to make this very clear.
It's okay.
If I don't have the literature, what you're saying me is just in the wind.
Right, but
So,
what I'm saying is still on the simple fact that we cannot still receive what you wanna give us as payment.
no, you can. You just don't want, and not you specifically.
No.
The court doesn't want to, which is a violation of my First Amendment right, which is my right to peacefully protest. No, because if I was to roll them up, you guys would have to unroll them to count them, because I could put blanks in it. So you can't pay with rolled pennies. You have to take them.
You said the statement, we can't even accept.
No,
pennies
you
that
can
might
accept the
roll
pennies.
up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gina.
Don't be. I mean, again, I wish there was something I could do. I mean, I'd rather just have them, just go to the bank and deposit it and have them do it, because they.
I know, but that wouldn't be in line with my First Amendment right to protest. So the fact that I was protesting a ticket the first time and they decided to arrest me.
So this has something to do with the ticket or the payment?
This right now has to do with this ticket because I was found guilty with zero fact by a cop again.
Yeah, I can't add into that.
No, I know,
here
but
on the payment and the fact that you want to pay by pennies that we don't accept. So
You-
as far as the ticket, I'm sorry that happened, but yeah.
you guys have to accept it. That literally, I'm giving you as many chances as possible. Provide me with the literature, and I'll pay with my card. If you cannot provide me with the literature, you have to legally take the pennies.
Well, hopefully it gets done before the October 24th date, so you don't.
No, I'm gonna come back in right now.
But exactly, don't draw more attention to yourself.
I understand. I'm not worried about the attention on myself. Like I'm passionate about my rights. So in Rhode Island, we know that we have a very corrupt government. I'm going to change that. There's no doubt in my mind.
You're doing the fact of doing it that way is just because of the simple fact of the ticket, and that really has nothing to do with
No,
me
so.
accepting the payment, because we have a policy that I can't accept pennies.
But unless you can provide me with a Supreme Court ruling, it's not a valid policy. That's what I'm trying to explain.
That gets done, because you're asking for it, and they can prove it and do it for you.
But they have to provide it right now. Because if they approve it tomorrow, the fact that I'm bringing it up now is, if you approve it tomorrow, it's irrelevant.
I can't accept it, so no, I can't.
But your supervisor can't instruct you on that. It has to be.
We're already told by the Supreme Court, so.
You were not
in
though.
writing, you gotta be waiting.
So you know, because you said you wanted to run for governor as well. You know that there's checks and balances.
I was not really serious, but I go by
Oh,
my house.
I'm dead serious. I'm going to change this state. I'm not joking. And I mean this. I mean this from the bottom of my heart, with all of my soul, that I'm going to fucking change this state. There's zero doubt in my mind. So when I'm asking for the Supreme Court ruling, the Supreme Court ruling has to then go through the checks and balances, correct? That's how it works in America. That's why we have a free country. Even though we don't live in a free state. Huh? Eventually, but I'll die before then. I'm going to have people like that killing me. Like, they're already looking at me. They think that I'm being probably disorderly. They're probably trying to come up with another fictitious charge. No, you can barely be heard, even on the video. That's why I'm repeating the stuff that you say. He violated that right. I'm sorry. I just want to finish this. So I'm just going to ask again. You could even have your supervisor print out the Supreme Court ruling. If you do that, I will pay with my card right now. If you're unable to do that, I'm going to pay with pennies, and you guys have no choice but to accept them. I understand that, but I am going to need a receipt that this is paid. If I'm going to put it on video that it's been paid, and if the court proceedings do not go through the way it's supposed to, there's going to be very big issues coming down on this traffic tribunal. And I don't want you to be involved with that, which is why I prefer if you could try to get that printed out for me. Because once I have that, I'll oblige to whatever you say. But until then, you're being told false information, which is resulting in a lie to me. And I don't want to say that you're lying to me, but there's a lie being told to me, and it's coming.
I just know as far as being a cashier that I can't accept pennies.
Yep.
Because they can't.
Do you have a stapler I could borrow so I could staple this? Okay. Do you just want to say that I paid then? Because
I can't give you a receipt, so if I tell you it's paid and it's not paid, you want me to pay it for you?
no. I'm trying to. No, that's staying here.
Well, what am I going to do with it?
You have to file this.
For what?
It's an appeal.
Well, I guess this is an appeal. So you're going to pay for the appeal?
Yes, in pennies.
Oh, we can't do that.
No.
Let me get Kevin. Let me get it out of my leave.
Okay, Gina, just get that paperwork. If you get that paperwork, we're straight.
So he wants the paperwork.
I'm.
Can't accept pennies. And he wants something from the judiciary saying in policy that you can accept pennies. So he wants to file that.
I have the.
But I talked to Kevin already. You want to see what Kevin wants to do? He just told me basically the same.
I'm sorry, Kevin can't tell me anything. I need the paperwork from the Supreme Court. Kevin doesn't outrank the Supreme Court. But and I'd like to reiterate, because it's in the process doesn't mean it's legally binding. So I'm not taking that back. I don't have to date stamp it. Actually, I did date stamp it. I'm gonna.
No.
Coming back, I might have to just dump some pennies on their floor. I don't want to do that. These are very nice people, but they're not providing me with the literature saying that they can't accept the pennies from the Supreme Court, which makes what they're doing unlawful. Was it Kevin Lanning? Oh, wow. Kevin Lanning was the first one that watched my rights get violated. That's great. I'm going to come for your ass, too. Pause. Driving.
So if I did that before, I could have had my mistake already. Yeah, I didn't even know that.
How's it going, boss?
Thank you.
Sorry for the downtime.
So are you gonna pay today other than pay?
Absolutely no. It's going to be all right. So I'm.
So I can't take it.
All right. So I'm just going to read the law to you because this is.
It doesn't make any difference.
It does make a difference. I'm
For
telling.
me, it doesn't because
It 100% does. There is hereby established a traffic tribunal which shall be charged with the administration and adjudication of traffic violations within its jurisdiction. The traffic tribunal shall be under the supervision of the chief magistrate of the traffic tribunal, who shall be the administrative head of the traffic tribunal and shall have the power to make rules for regulating practice, procedure, and business within the traffic tribunal, pursuant to section 8-6-2. Said rules shall be subject to the approval of the Supreme Court. The only thing I'm asking for is the approval of the Supreme Court.
Well, then go to the Supreme Court.
No, you guys are supposed to have it. In order for you to be able to legally deny me the pennies, you have to have it.
I don't have it to tell you, so I'm not gonna take that.
Gina, you have to. Gina, you have zero. I'm going to come back with the pennies. I'm going to dump them on the floor, and you have to accept it. Like, sir, I'm sorry.
Sir.
Well, do you have the? So right here, I'm sure you're well aware. Pursuant to section 8-6-2. I thought you weren't here.
Sir, I'm right in front of you.
I know. She told me you weren't here.
Are you done with your business?
So no, I'm not. So said rule shall be subject to approval of the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have the Supreme Court ruling?
It's an internal policy. We don't take pennies. Is that what you're here for tonight?
All right,
Sir, I'm gonna ask you to leave.
Sir,
I'm asking
I
you to
have
leave.
business.
There's no recording.
Sir, I have business. Guys, stop surrounding me. Guys, stop surrounding me.
In the corner.
Guys, there is. This is a public building. I'm legally allowed to use my First Amendment rights. Correct?
You have to leave.
Correct?
Sir. You have to leave.
Correct?
You have to leave.
Correct,
sir.
Kevin?
You have to leave.
Correct,
sir.
Kevin?
You have to
Correct,
leave,
Kevin?
Sir. It's time to go.
Kevin, this is your job, is it not?
Mr. Garcia, it's time to exit.
All right, so I'm just going to read the law to all you guys. This is hereby established a traffic tribunal, which shall be charged with the administration and adjudication of traffic violations within its jurisdiction. The traffic tribunal shall be under the supervision of the chief magistrate. That's you, correct, Kevin? I'm walking. You don't have to direct me.
I know. Is he video?
Um,
No video.
Yes, sir, there is. It's my First Amendment. Don't touch me, guys. Guys, don't touch me. I'm walking and everything. Guys, I'm talking and everything.